Hello and good morning, everyone. I'd like to welcome you all to the ZyXEL Sales Kit webinar. I'm ZyXEL, Marketing Manager at ZyXEL. I hope all the salespeople have received this attractive business case with some products and a complimentary polo shirt. This webinar is to discuss the purpose and use of that business case, which we are calling the ZyXEL Sales Kit. In the next half an hour, we will go over the goals and objectives for the sales kit, a prior success story for such a program, product information, and product evaluation process. And finally, we'll take some questions. So before I start, I'd just like to mention that if you have any questions, I would request you to use the chat box on the lower right corner of your screen. So just put in your question. If you want to direct it to somebody specific, add that as well. And at the end of the webinar, we will take and answer all the questions. So with that, I would like to pass over to Terry Ward from Walker to discuss the goal and objectives of this ZyXEL Sales Kit program.
Good morning, everybody. As most of you know, the goal of any sales initiative or any marketing initiative is to bring in new business. So I think that, is objective number one. But specifically what we were targeting with this program was AdTrans customers and how we can add on additional sales revenue and product sales to those customers that are upgrading their AdTrans active network gear, and then as a result would require them to potentially have updated modems with new technology in it if they have older modems that cannot handle the new bandwidth that's going to be going through with their new TA5000s or DSLAMs or NIDs. So I did back in August already kind of got started on this by rolling out a list to all of our sales reps. I sent everybody a file that gave you a list of every customer that had bought a AdTrans DSLAM, NID, or TA5000 gear from us during Q2 and Q3 of this year. And then line by line, I provided product recommendations as far as exactly which ZyXEL product by product number would be the appropriate fit for that customer based on the products that they have bought from us in the past. And then I also gave you data sheets for those specific part numbers. I plan to update that with additional Q3 data so that it will include all of September and all of August, because that I think I sent that out like mid-August, so there's some additional data to add to it. And of course we have some new sales reps on board, so there's some people that didn't get that obviously back in August if they weren't here with us. So I'm going to add the additional August data and all of September and resend that file out to everyone so that you have right in hand the customers in your territory that have purchased AdTrans recently that could be potential hot leads, warm leads, that you could talk to them about upgrading their modems as well, since they've obviously added the brand new equipment to their network. And having these sales kits to take with you when you go to talk about that is, just perfect timing. So that's our objective on the Walker side. So Jake, do you want to explain to them about the actual kits?
Yeah, thank you, Terry. I will. So now I'd just like to kind of talk a little bit about the contents of the kit, and then we will give you an overview of the products and also the evaluation process. So as you can see, it's a very elegant looking business case with 4 different products, complimentary polo shirt, it's just for you, and we can add, we've made co-branded, ZyXEL Walker branded brochures that had been sent out to you, so we will include those in the packet as well. And we'll include some evaluation forms, and Mike later on will go over the evaluation process. So in a nutshell, these are the few things that will remain in the content, in the sales kit, and that you can take with you to your customer visits. Of course, there is enough room in the business case for your laptop or your tablet, so you can make it a very self-contained one-case carry-on thing for all your sales visits. So that was the whole idea. That was the concept behind us creating something like this to help you put all your things in one bag. So those are, as far as the contents are concerned. Now, I'd like to pass over to Chris Lanier. He's our Eastern Region Sales Account Manager, and he would like to talk about a previous success story for a program like this. So on to Chris.
Thanks, Terry, and thanks, Jake, for setting this call up and putting everything together. What I wanted to share was some of the successes that we had in the past by using kits like this with yourself and other distribution houses that I have put these together for in the past. I think that everybody is aware, or most people are aware, of the Overture packet that I put together a little over a year ago for Overture, and essentially that's what drove this. And coming over and sitting down with Bob and talking to him a little bit, he thought that anything that we could do to spur on sales, not just with AdTran. Obviously, AdTran is our big focus with you right now, but these are also things that can help you with products that may be able to just displace some of the products out there in the marketplace that you don't carry. So selling against ComTrend, selling into the tremendous amount of Calyx accounts that are there, and obviously being able to, over and above, complement the AdTran sales, which you guys are obviously doing extremely well at. Most of you that I've traveled with know that our push is AdTran. We want to become their next best friend. We are doing other things at our corporate level to make that movement a little bit more flush with them. We spent a tremendous amount of time with them at CompTel and speaking with them and trying to get more and more of our products into their labs as well as their products into our labs. We currently have AdTran products in our labs and do testing against their products all day long. And these products that are all in the briefcases and in the cases that you have received are all products that have been tested, tried and true against the TA5000 and the 1148 and the 1248 products that are out there in the marketplace and that you guys are currently selling today. So if you take a look at the data sheets that are, again, Walker labeled, and that you'll be able to give out, you have electronic copies as well as hard copies that Terry can get you. You'll be able to look at some of these products and know immediately where they fit, whether it be VDSL or ADSL or bonded product that's out there. The one thing that I want to make very clear to everybody is that at this point, what we're hearing back, not only from AdTran, but some of the customers, is that we are the only successful 17A bonded modem out there in the marketplace for them. This is critical to them because Calyx does not have 17A bonding on their platform and currently is not able to provide 17A bonding out there in the marketplace. Strategically, a very strong thing for AdTran at this time. So with that, that's what these kits are being built behind. If there's any questions, I'd be glad to answer them now or I'll hand it back over to Jake.
Thank you, Chris. So we would like to now move on to Patrick Marino. He's Product Marketing Manager at ZyXEL, and he'd like to go over all the 4 different products that we have included in the kit.
Good day, everybody. 3 sales team on both West and East Coast. I support the pre-sales and post-sales activities, and I do support the full nation for North America, U.S. Here we're talking about the specific products that are available in this sales kit. As you can see, there's 4 specific products. These are just the sampling of the top selling access equipment that we offer in our Tier 3 space. We have 3 DSL products and allow our customers to do a variety of internet services with these particular products. Okay, so with these products, as you can see, there's 4 different varieties here. We have our universal DSL bonding, that's the P873HNUP. We have our VDSL wireless gateway, that's the VSG1432. We have the ADSL2 Plus wireless gateway, that's the P660HN. And our wireless Ethernet gateway, this is a managed telco grade solution. This is the MBG4604. For the pair bonding, the universal bonding, the 873HNUP, as you can see in this example here, it allows you to support the 2 pair bonding on this particular product and achieve the speeds within about 25 megabits or so. On a single line binding those, you'll get a download speed roughly around about 50 megabits, and going from 3 to about 4,500 feet out to the customer. For the configuration, as you can see here, specific to DSL line ports, that's for the bonding. The unique feature about this particular product, it allows you to use this in a single line environment. So utilizing those DSL ports, there's a DSL1 and a DSL2. And is there 2 ports in there? Well, besides the bonding option, if you want to use single line ADSL2 Plus, you can do that using the DSL1. If you want VDSL single line support, then you can go ahead and use DSL2, and you just plug in your connection there. When the device connects, it'll go ahead and train up at those particular speeds. When in bonding mode, whether it's ADSL2 Plus or VDSL2, you can just use 2 lines, depending on what the CO equipment is set up as, and it'll train up accordingly. The other option too is it does have a dedicated Ethernet WAN. It's a gigabit WAN, and allows you to connect to those locations that have high connections going in there with an RJ45. The product can also be utilized as a regular RG device and allow that connectivity as well. So the nice aspect of this particular product, it allows you that functionality to go ahead and use a single SKU and allow for that inventory management in those customers' warehouses as well as in Walker, to be able to keep that SKU down and keep it manageable for yourself. This feature is supported on not only the 873, but the VSG1432 has its own dedicated gigabit Ethernet WAN option. And the P660HN has the ability to take one of the existing LAN ports, port number 4, and convert it into an Ethernet WAN, and it allows you to use this same product on an ADSL2 Plus platform to migrate into a fast fiber type of network, utilizing that 4th port as an RJ45. On the P873HNUP, and we have an VSG1432, which is not listed, it's not included in the kit, but we can reference this, is the HPNA interface that allows extended connectivity for IPTV applications within the home. Repurposing and utilizing the existing wiring that's in the home, and with coax, you can network several set-top boxes, television sets through the 1432 or 1435 or the 873 HNUP, and allow you to utilize that option through the gateway out to your network and provide those particular services. The MBG 4604 seems to be like a regular type of router that you would, have your customers recommend or purchase off the shelf. However, this particular product is geared towards higher level of management. We consider it a telco grade type of product. It's all gigabit from LAN to WAN, and it gives that ability to provide those high-speed services in this particular product for applications like IPTV and deliver that service to the end customer. This particular product does have some dedicated telco features that are built into it to allow that ability to take place within the product. And I believe that's it for this section. And I'll pass this back to Jake.
Thank you, Patrick, for the product overview. Now I would like to invite Mike Scanlon, who's our Western Region Senior Account Manager here at ZyXEL, to discuss product evaluation, the process, and give you information about that. Mike?
Hey, good morning, Jake. Thanks. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. As the Western Regional Sales Manager, I'm responsible for everything, obviously, west. It's west of the Mississippi River. Work very closely with Patrick and Chris in terms of our efforts going forward, and want to talk about the evaluation process itself. Wherever the lead comes from, whether it's through Walker & Associates, through perhaps our contact with the customer, assuming that they want to work with Walker, or whether it's even a lead that comes off of our website, we have it all starts with an evaluation form that internally that we use for the process to begin. It's a very simple one-page format. It's got what you would normally expect in a form like this, the customer's name, contact information of the individual, both phone numbers for work as well as the cellular telephone numbers, email addresses, basically your general requested information for the actual physical communication with the customer. There's another section of it that helps identify the application, more specifically what they're looking for in the product, if there's certain feature sets that they require. It's also good for both you as well as us to know and understand who our competitors are, who's the incumbent that is currently with the customer, or who else are they looking at in terms of competing. That way we know how to position our product against that individual competitor. And of course, at the end of the this middle section, there's three sections basically. There's a section to give us some sort of idea on the scope of the opportunity. Are we talking a few modems here or there? Or are we talking about a complete conversion in the marketplace, maybe 100 or so a month? This helps obviously identify the priority of the opportunity. The final section of the form includes technical environment. And this is going to be very key in terms of the information we want to get to our engineer who will be assigned to support the project. Each evaluation is assigned to a specific broadband solutions engineer at ZyXEL for communication and support to the customer during their testing of our products. We need to know, who's their, in the case of XDSL, we need to know who their DSLAM manufacturer is, whether it's Calix or Adtran, or may even come across Alcatel-Lucent or others. Do they want to test, just ADSL or VDSL or both? What they're looking for in terms of ports on the product. Are they just passing data, or are they doing the full triple play application? And then there's a small section there for additional information. that it can be used for such things as perhaps if there's a VoIP opportunity here, who's their soft switch information as well. Once this is filled out, it allows either Chris or I, if we've not been involved up to this point, to contact the customer for clarification, identification, just to skinny up the information, so make sure that we know as much as we can. And then it's submitted into Anaheim, California for actual physical processing. The product is pulled off the shelf. It is loaded with the latest firmwares available on the product that best fit the application that the customer is looking for, and then tested and shipped out via, typically it's 95% of them go out Federal Express ground with a tracking number that is then submitted to both Chris and I that we can forward to the customer, as well as our Walker as our distribution partner, to make you aware that shipment has gone out the door. Typically, this process takes a handful of days, maybe 2 or 3 days, to get it out the door. Once it is out the door, we've done introductions for the broadband support engineer as well as ourselves if we've not been involved. Then it's pretty much in the hands of the customer in terms of the actual testing. They will have the direct phone numbers for the engineer that's supporting them, along with the email addresses, as well as Chris's and my information. And it goes out the door, and then hopefully they test. More often than not, it's going to take a longer period of time for them to get going. We'll do follow-ups with the customers, but then we're going to ask you folks to help us track the progress. Sometimes that relationship that you own is customer may be more responsive to you than perhaps us. But eventually, at some point in time, all of this information that we gather as a follow-up is entered into our CRM system. We have a case that has been assigned in our CRM for any type of support needed, should it require to go beyond Anaheim and actually back to our operations headquarters in Taiwan. Eventually, these follow-ups, I have found, and I'm sure Chris would agree, have ended up with a high degree of success. If we can get our product into the hands of the customer and get them to test it out, it's a very successful program, and it's something we've been doing for a couple of years now that I would strongly encourage you folks to take advantage of. That's the general scope of it. I think I burned my 5 minutes, so Jake, I'll pass it back to you.
Thank you very much, Mike, for an overview of our product evaluation program. And before I end, I would like to take a moment and ask Bob if he wants to add some closing remarks. Bob?
Thank you, Jake. I appreciate that very much. Yes, I first wanted to thank Terry and Jennifer at Walker & Associates for helping us organize this whole program and working with us through the development of it. I also wanted to thank all the Walker & Associates salespeople who are on the conference call today, the webinar from across the country. Whether you've been at Walker & Associates for a while or if you're one of the new people at Walker & Associates, we're very grateful to have you on this call this morning. ZyXEL and Walker have a history now of going on 4 years of working together. We've been doing very well together as a manufacturer and as a distributor, and I think that this program, as it was conceived by Terry and Jennifer and initially with Chris from our team, will do a lot to help generate sales for both of our companies. So once again, just to sum up, I appreciate everybody's time. We try to keep this call on point, brief, and if there's anything that you need in support of your customers, I'm speaking now to the Walker & Associates sales team, please get a hold of Chris or Mike or myself, and we're very happy to provide all the no-cost evaluation units that you need for this program. If you need anything else to supplement the kits that we've sent out to you, please let us know about that too. Otherwise, good selling, and thanks for your time today.
Thank you, Bob, and thank you to all the speakers who are here today to provide information. Thank you, Terry. With that, I would like to end the webinar, and have a great rest of the day and rest of the week. Thank you all. Bye.
Thank you.